All right, and we are live.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, should we just dive into this? I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do other than go over some of the homework.
So go ahead.
Now, okay. So how about we go through a few questions, because I have some questions for you guys that maybe you would know, because I just kind of jumped into this like a few days ago, and so I'm still trying to catch up on like all of the knickknacks of things that we need to get ready. In the introduction, it talks about like the class schedule and then our group schedules, right? Is there like a Google Hangout that the whole class attends kind of a thing?
No, I think the class schedule. I think the class schedule is just for the due dates, because we don't actually have a class. It's all online.
Okay.
So I don't know if that answers your question, but
well, that's what I didn't know. I didn't know if there was like an online lecture or something that we were supposed to like sign into Google Hangouts and like be, there kind of a thing. So that's why I was asking about it. And then do we need Adobe Connect for when we do like presentations and stuff to get a hold of the TAs? Because it talked about that.
So I think with that, I'm taking two classes that both are doing the online meetings just like this. So I'm pretty sure it's this class, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to email the TA a link, or at least let them know like when we're meeting, and they're going to like just kind of pop by once in a while. And so they'll kind of join us in here. That's what I got out of it.
Okay. But it's in here in Google Hangouts. It's not through.
No, so like this is our where we're gonna meet every week.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll just copy the link, post it to YouTube, and then everybody will submit that. So I was kind of looking over the instructions again, and what it looks like we'll do is it looks like we're supposed to go over the homework for lesson 2. And then once everybody's squared away on part 2, where it was kind of like you had to answer your own questions after watching the textbook, there's a group quiz we have to do. That we all take together while we're all here meeting.
Okay. I haven't gotten to lesson 2 yet. Okay. So I didn't know that was going to be part of the first Google Hangouts. Yeah,
so every week there's going to be 2. So every week we have 2 lessons. The first one's due Tuesday, and then I think the second one's due Thursday for our group. Mm-hmm. And then, so each week we'll have to go through and do the homework preparation, and then we'll meet together as a group and do the group quiz.
Okay.
So it actually looks like both the meetings are due on Thursday. It's the 20th, or is that Friday? Hold on.
The 20th is Saturday.
Okay, yeah, so both of our group meetings are due Saturday then.
Okay.
So as of the 18th, week 3 is available, but all the due dates are saying January 20th, which makes sense. Where everybody's groups are all over the week, it doesn't make sense to be like, you guys have to turn it in on Tuesday when some people don't start their meetings till Wednesday.
Right.
I mean, jump in if I'm wrong, guys, because I'm just reading this here, and I might be wrong.
No, I saw the date thing, but then there was something in week 1 that it said the first week. I thought it said the first meeting was due the first part of the week, and the second one is due the second part of the week. But I could be wrong. I'm just trying to remember.
There was, I'm trying to find it in the wiki for the first lesson. It had like this kind of arranged schedules of, if your group sessions fall on Monday and Thursday, then it's due these days or whatever it was. I'm trying to find it.
It's kind of weird.
I think I have it right here. Hold 2 group meetings per week. So look at the times you meet in your schedule. For example, you could meet every Monday and Wednesday, 2 to 3 p.m. Group quizzes are due starting next week every Tuesday and Thursday. So you're right. So be sure to keep that under consideration. Okay.
I think they did it like that. That way a group couldn't be like, well, hey, we'll just hold a 2-hour meeting on Thursday, like, because they want us to meet twice a week, which.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could split it up. I mean, just be like, hey, guys, we're going to cut the feed. Everyone go change your shirt and then come back.
Right.
So, okay. Well, let's go over part 2 anyway. I mean,
Okay.
Garrett, it's going to be new to you, but I guess here's my question for you guys. I didn't write anything down. I read over everything, and I know kind of answers. How would you guys like to go about this? Should we come together with the answers, or should we work through them together?
So the
I
way
guess it
that
probably doesn't matter.
the way that I did it is I did the preparation assignment on my own, just because there's going to be a
Okay.
quiz too, and the quiz we're going to have to do together, because once you hit start, you can't exit out of it.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to access anything else in the course once you hit start. So it's not like I can go ahead and do it and then come and talk about it. So I did the preparation assignment kind of on my own. Part 2 of the preparation, which is where you actually have to answer your own questions, I went through and I did them, and then I checked them in the answer key just to kind of see where I was and what I got right, wrong, so I could change my answers and studied a little bit more before this meeting. So
Gotcha.
I think if we do that, and then we just do the group quiz together, we'll probably make the best use of our time.
I like that idea. Okay.
Because they send you the answer. I don't know if you guys saw this. They send you the answers for the preparation part. And so what I did is I went through and checked my answers, and there's a couple that I got wrong. So then I went back to the reading and tried to figure out where I was wrong. But I think if we do that, it'll allow us to be like, hey, I'm really struggling on question 3. How did you guys find it?
Okay. I like that suggestion.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Oh, I just said that's smart.
Oh, okay. You said that they sent you the answer key. Is there like a link within the lesson 2, or is that something that?
So it's within the lesson. So you'll see preparation assignment, and then it'll say preparation assignment answers. It's in, like, if you go to lesson 2. Sorry, I'm trying to flip back.
Week 2 lesson. Yeah, week 2 lesson 2 group meeting.
Yep. And it has
not group meeting. Sorry,
preparation 1.
Yeah, there, preparation. I'm in group meeting.
Is it in the?
So if you're in iLearn right now, in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see something called Content Browser, and click on week 2 right there, and then lesson 02, and then you'll see individual preparation.
All right, lesson 2 here. Lesson 2. Individual preparation. Okay, awesome. Found it.
Yeah, so you'll see it says download the preparation assignment. That's the one you want to download and try and do first. And then the preparation answer key is just when you're done, check your work.
All right. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So then the material from lesson 2 will be in the wiki, and then all the assignments and anything coordinating with what you've read is going to be in iLearn.
Well, correct? Yeah. So if you look just below that, step 2, so it has lesson 2 in the online textbook. That's the wiki. And then there's the 2 videos that kind of talk about what the wiki talks about. And that's all you needed, really.
Gotcha.
And then if you really wanted to, step 3 is like another 20-minute video that has just another, I guess, different way of explaining it. It's a different kind of video. So like if you still need more or you want more, like you can always watch that too. But they give you everything you need to actually know to be able to do the assignment.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is my first online class that I've taken so far, and so I'm still like figuring it all out and whatnot.
I'm in my 3rd year and still trying to figure it out because they switch things all the time.
I was gonna say, I think this has been the most intense online course so far for me.
Yeah.
So
you've taken quite a few online courses then.
Yeah, I did 2 full semesters online. Math online is a terrible idea, guys. Don't ever do math online.
No, it's hard because you don't really have that ability to ask questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and sometimes teachers are really good about emailing. My teacher I had for math was not, so it depends on the teacher a lot. Hey, I'm gonna grab something off my printer. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Garrett. So if you want to open up the preparation assignment, and we can kind of start going over it when he gets back.
Oh, my printer's just right outside my office, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, okay. Thought he was going on a trek.
Yeah. Well, I printed on campus. I'll be right back, guys.
Right.
10-minute there and back. So.
All right, I'm gonna go let the dogs in real quick.
All right. Where are you guys both located at?
I'm in Washington State.
Okay.
So not too far.
What part?
Tri-Cities. It's in the southeast.
Nice. I'm in Sugar, so I'm right in the heart of it. We'll ask Ryan when he gets back.
I was like waiting for his response. Forgot he just said he's leaving to get the dogs. Preparation keys.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
No problem. Hey, we were just asking.
I'm from Arizona.
Okay. Where are you located right now? Are you in Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay. What part?
Phoenix area, like the West Valley.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are you guys from? I know you guys were kind of saying as I was walking out the door.
Go for it, Garrett.
Oh, I'm from Washington State, Tri-Cities.
Okay.
And I'm in Sugar. So Sugar City, it's the neighbor to Rexburg.
Okay, gotcha.
This class was full by the time I signed up for it, and so online.
Nice.
Not terrible. Okay, so should we get started on this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Okay. So I'm just starting at part 2, or do you guys want to start all the way from the beginning?
We could just start with part 2 because part 1 has the answers. So
yeah.
Garrett, if he wants to go back later and kind of review them, he can. It'll give you all the answers. But part 1's basically just kind of like definitions and examples of the things we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking over it. A lot of this I feel like it's going to be answered within like the reading and stuff for lesson 2, but I haven't done any of that, so I'm kind of cold feet on this one.
That's all right.
But I'm gonna follow along with you guys and just kind of see what I think and whatnot. Okay.
All right. So part 2 starts at question 6. Was there anything in particular, Matt, you had that didn't make sense or that you were kind of stuck on?
I thought 6 was pretty straightforward. I think, was it 8 or 9? Hold on, give me a second. It was 8 that I was a little confused on. But 6 made sense right off the bat.
Okay. And you're good with 7 too?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your question with 8?
Hold on, let me reread it and figure that out. I read this on like Thursday.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Tried to start early so I could try and get ahead.
Mm-hmm. This one. Hold on. Oh, I didn't read it right. I was trying to figure out like which one I. Anyway, yeah, never mind. No, for some reason I thought 8 was multiple choice. I'm like, I don't understand what I'm doing here.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, never mind.
So you just have to determine if it's an experimental or an observational study.
Right.
And then you answer it according to what it says there.
Yeah, so for like A, you'll read it and say, the Center for Disease Control obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and women. Is that an observational study or an experimental design? And then if it's an observational study, you're done. If it's an experimental design, you have to go through and determine what the response is, what the treatment was, and who the subjects are.
Okay. And likewise for B.
Right, and same thing for B. And then 9's kind of the same thing. You have to go through and decide if it's a designed experiment, observational study, and then what the subjects are, the variable, the treatments. I mean, I think on my end, I'm good. I didn't really have any questions this week. In the preparation assignment, Matt, did you have anything else?
No, this is all pretty logical, straightforward. I mean, math could be challenging for someone, I'm guessing, but no, I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Okay. Cool. Do you guys want to go ahead and try and do the group quiz then?
Sure, let's do it. You ready, Garrett?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So preparation done. All right. So we'll group quiz, and then we'll just open it up and start.
Okay.
Time to start. It looks like we got 15 questions.
Okay, I'm clicking start as well.
Yeah, the first 2 are just kind of answer on your own. And so, Garrett, for you, you can take this quiz twice. So however you want to answer number 1, if you want to come back later, you can change it again and just put all our answers in again.
Okay. Now, this is the group. Obviously, we all do it together, but because I'm not prepared, I can still do it like tonight, right before tomorrow, because tomorrow is when everything's due for the group.
Yeah. So you can go through with us, and you can kind of,
Okay.
learn from it, and then because you can take it twice, so
Right.
do whatever, and then come back again and do it, and be like, oh, well, that's what that meant, or whatever.
Yeah, because that's definitely gonna be how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm starting it.
Okay.
So 1 and 2 we're done. Question 3. Do we just want to alternate reading them? And
sure, I can start if you like.
Okay.
While you're required to work together on this quiz, each member of the group must submit his or her own answers in order to receive credit. Researchers would like to determine if reviewing material consistently within an hour after class helps students perform better on exams. Then, if students wait to review material the day before the exam, to answer this question, the researchers are trying to determine if an observational study or an experimental would be more appropriate. They are discussing who the population would be and how they would determine which sampling method will best represent the population. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process are the researchers currently applying? I think they're designing the study still.
That's what I did. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, with the information. So yeah, I'd say designing the study.
All right, number 4, it says, a researcher has collected the results of a survey where the participants were asked how many hours of TV they watch each day. The researcher tallies the frequencies for each category and computes mean numbers of hours watched. She then creates a histogram to help illustrate the overall distribution. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process did the researcher apply? And I don't know. Yeah, so it won't let me select more than one. So I'm assuming it's asking which one's the last one that she did, or
Yeah, where is she at currently? Is how I interpret that.
So I would say she's under the describe the data because she just made all the graphs. She hasn't made it to the part where she started, I guess, saying based on my thing this, right?
Yeah. Could she be describing the data? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I agree with that. She's laying it all out so she can understand what she's collected.
Right, because
then she's not making any like conclusions about the data. She's just kind of putting it into Yeah.
Well, there was a thing
into her graph.
There was a thing in the reading that talks about the describing the data is kind of where you make your charts, where you make your graphs, where you just put your data together. So you're ready to take that next step.
Okay. That one makes sense. All right. Are you guys ready for the next one? Question 5?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Mumbai, India is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as the global economy. A marketing research firm has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine if the citizens of Mumbai, am I saying that right? Mumbai?
Yeah.
Would support this fast food business. From a list of all registered taxpayers, 3,000 names are randomly selected. Each individual on the list is mailed a brief questionnaire. The researchers received 1,049 responses. The population is?
I would say A.
They would be the sample, though, correct? Because the citizens would be the population. They just have a representative number that gave responses.
You might be right. Hang on a second. What are you thinking, Matt?
I'm thinking it's population still, because in the reading, step 1 says design the study, and it says from the entire collection financial documents called the population, a sample of subset and portional population. Hold on. Oh, I don't know then. Sorry. Let's see.
Yeah, so I went back to the wiki and was looking at it, and it probably is the other one. Hold on, I got to pull it back up again. It probably is the citizens of Mumbai because it talks about how a population is a set of similar items or events which are of interest, and then a subset of the population of the sample is chosen to represent the population.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So the citizens of Mumbai.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. 6. Is this the same thing? Mumbai, India is a quickly growing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, no, because number 6 is asking who the
sample it's asking the sample. What's the sample?
The 1,049 people who responded then.
Right. Correct.
I was wondering why my question didn't save. I was like, I swear I hit the save button.
Yeah. I just scrolled down like, wait, did I might have gone too far, gone back? I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to read 7 then because 6 was kind of cop-out.
Okay.
Studies have shown that retention of classroom material can drop as low as 58% within 15 minutes of class and within 44% after the first hour after class. This forgetting curve continues so that within 6 days, only 25% remain. How can a student conquer this forgetting curve? The researchers in the study claim that constant review is important. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invited you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class, 10 minutes, an hour after class for 10 minutes, and then again 2 days after class for 10 minutes. Your teacher then gives you a short 10-question quiz where your score out of 10 is recorded. What type of data is your teacher collecting? It's quantitative data, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking because it's actually substance. It's not.
Yeah. Where she's not trying to figure out what to test on, I guess. I guess that's how I interpret categorial. It was like an almost finished thought process. Maybe I'm wrong on that thinking.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
Question 8. Studies have shown that retention. That's the same exact question. The only difference is after the 6th day, your teacher asks you if you feel confident that you have retained at least 50% of the material. He then records your responses: yes, no, not sure. So this is, I think, where he would, be doing categorical because he's kind of putting you in a category, not actually collecting any kind of data based on anything.
Yeah. And it's not quantitative data, it's an opinion. So we know quantitative is not what's being collected.
Right.
Okay, this is the same except for the last part says your teacher also selects a group to give review to a material over the 6 days. This group is called the...
I think a control group.
Wait, hold on. Your teacher also gives a group. Yeah, that would probably be control group because they're the ones that they're going to be testing against.
They're giving them extra stuff over the 6 days rather than just like everyone else.
Yeah, basically they're hitted with the same. They're hitted. I can talk. They're given the same information over and over again so that their retention should be perfect, or at least static. We're going to say they haven't been influenced by outside forces, whereas yours is you study 10 minutes after class, an hour after class. 15 minutes after class, an hour after class, a day, and then 2 days. So you're trying to test if they can fix the curve. The other people you're constantly going to be bombarded with this information. So yeah,
I read it the opposite way. I think we still get the same answer, but this one he actually gives them no material to review. So they basically go to class and that's it. They don't do the extra study. So he's trying to see, their retention doing no extra study compared to the guys who actually are doing studying.
I missed the no review. Yeah, so still control group where their stimulus is not the same as the change stimulus.
Right.
Or altered, controlled, I don't know. I did a horrible job explaining that. Yeah, let's move on 10. Which of the following would be considered experimental design? A telephone poll asking people about whether or not they vaccinate their children, administrating the tuberculosis vaccination to one group and giving a placebo to another, a census, a mailed survey asking people whether or not they received tuberculosis vaccines. Experimental design. I want to say it'd be administering the tuberculosis vaccine to one group and giving a placebo to the other.
That's what I put.
Might be wrong though.
No, that's what I put.
Okay.
That's the only one that's actually an experiment. The other ones are just kind of studies or
surveys.
Some kind of something else that they talked about. I don't remember all the names.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 11, in a study to determine the average wage of people working in Mumbai, which of the following would be the best sample? Every 10th worker that you meet as you travel the streets, all the workers in one working district, many randomly selected workers in each of the several districts, or all the female workers. I'm probably going to put, I would say
put a
C.
third option.
Yeah, C.
Yeah, many all the others are too controlled. Every 10th worker that you meet as you travel in the street of Mumbai, like, how do you determine that? What if, like, the person you ask, I don't know.
It could be a non-working person, or it could be one of the higher class, so it would kind of throw it off. But if you go to the working districts, you're more likely to get your actual
and random selection is ideal. I mean, you might not get a perfect result, but you're going to get something closer to the overall I don't know. Yeah, you're going to get something closer to the actual numbers with randomly selected individuals than systematically selected.
Correct. Because you might do like instead of if you're just doing every 10th person, you might run into more people from a certain district, and so that group won't be randomized. It'll be hauled like fully towards one district, whereas the other ones won't have as many counts for that Does that make sense?
I mean, the other problem is if you're going through a group of people and you're meeting every 10th person, who's to say that that entire group didn't come from the same company? Like,
Exactly.
there's too many variables to make that a reliable study.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Should we
right.
move on to 12?
Question 12. You want to become the next Jonas Salk and produce a vaccine that will help cure children of respiratory syncytial virus. You test the vaccine and compare it to a placebo and randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine and one group to take the placebo. What or who are the experimental units or subjects? What? You test the vaccine.
So they're asking you've developed a vaccine and you want to see if it works. So you have a vaccine and a placebo. Do you know what a placebo is?
Right. And then what or who are the experimental units or subjects? It would be the vaccine and the placebo, right? Because you're comparing those two, not necessarily the children.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Ryan,
The only thing that I would raise is it says who are the subjects.
Right.
So hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that thing again because it talks about.
But well, I agree. But it says that you test the vaccine and compare it to the placebo. So those are your subjects. You're trying to the children who took the vaccines are more of like a subcategory of subjects because you're not actually testing them and seeing their reactions. You're just trying to see between the two, the vaccine and the placebo. Does that make sense?
No, I agree. I think it is the vaccine and the placebo. I was just that subjects was throwing me off because they talked in the like reading about how the people that you're testing are subjects, but then the experimental unit is the thing that's actually given to the subjects to do the experiments. That's why I was just double checking to make sure.
Yeah, well, because I mean, I'm on the page and I did a search all subjects and yeah, I think it might be the children.
If you search experimental units, does it come up with something different? That's just a really weird question because they're
it's got like two answers to it.
Okay, so here it is. Jonas Salk enrolled hundreds of thousands of children in his second study. The participants in the study are commonly called subjects. Sometimes subjects are called experimental units or simply units. So I think it is the children. The subjects were randomly assigned to one of two groups. The first group was given the vaccine, the treatment. The treatment is the new experimental condition. Condition that is imposed on the subject. The subject who received the treatment make up the treatment group. The second group was given a placebo. So yeah, I think it's the children would be the answer.
Are the subjects?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's weird because they call them the experimental units as well. But then, yeah, I remember that in the homework we had in the first part, it talks about the control thing that you give to people is called a treatment versus anything else. It's weird because like this class is using different definitions than I've heard of in the past. So I'm trying to like get used to their definitions.
Gotcha.
Versus like what I've heard in the past.
So the subjects in this case would be those that they were experimenting the vaccines on, and then the vaccines themselves are treatments or the controlled substance that is distributed among the subjects.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna have to come.
And that's good to know because the next question are what are the treatments?
Yeah.
So it would be the
vaccine and placebos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that makes way more sense now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we would have hit that point either way if we got to the next question. But
right.
All right, I'll do 14. In 1992, the U.S. government supported a study that was run for 15 years where 4,608 low-income families were given a chance to move to less impoverished areas. They distributed vouchers and provided various support systems. The researchers wanted to determine if getting people out of poor neighborhoods would reduce the poverty level of the U.S. citizens. The low-income families were randomly assigned to one of the following three groups: the MTO Low Poverty Voucher LPV group, which received Section 8 certificates or vouchers usable only in low poverty areas with less than 10% of the population below the poverty line in 1990, along with counseling and assistance in finding a private unit to lease. The traditional voucher group, which received regular Section 8 certificates or vouchers, geographically unrestricted, and ordinary briefings and assistance from the PHA, local public housing authority. Number 3, control group, which received no certificates or vouchers but remained eligible for public or project-based housing and other social programs to which families would otherwise have been entitled. This study was an observational study, experimental, neither. I'd say it's an observational study.
Because they're just kind of seeing what's going to happen or what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But I mean, they are going to be able to. I don't know.
So, my question for you two, and I'll go back and learn it. What is the difference between an observational study and just an experiment?
So an observational study is one where they just kind of sit back and observe, and they don't really make any attempt to influence the data at all, and which is kind of why I think this is an experiment, because they're taking three groups
and they're controlling.
Yeah, they have a control group which has nothing, but then they're giving certain things to one group and certain things to another group to kind of see the different results. So that's why I would say it's an experiment, even though it doesn't seem like a traditional.
Right. So then would an observational study, for example, be like if they had picked at random families that had previously lived in poverty-stricken areas and had moved to see if that had done anything? That would be more observational because they had no influence over how that all worked out. It was just something that occurred.
Right. If they just kind of looked at the numbers and said, hey, these guys all moved, let's observe and see what they did, that would be that. But an experiment, I would say this is what an experiment, because they actually took action and took measures to try and influence the end result. Not to influence what actually happened, but to influence the whole process.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
All right. Number 15. This one's pretty simple. This one's you'll see this one, Garrett. Yeah, you'll see this one, Garrett, in when you first start doing the readings in step 1. It shows you a video of it was a Daniel from the Old Testament where he does an experiment with the king and says, hey, I'm not going to eat your whatever he's not going to eat, and my people are going to eat cleaner. Yeah, they're going to eat cleaner than you guys, and we'll see what happens at the end of like a week or whatever. And so they came up with this thing, and you can kind of see it in the parentheses there. It says, but the basically it's Daniel can discern more truth are the 5 steps of the experimental design.
Oh, okay.
And so just the biggest things are just the 2 Ds. Obviously, you got to figure out which one's which, but those are kind of, as you read them, they're kind of self-explanatory, considering that the ones that design the study and the other ones describe the data, and you can't really describe data if there's no study done.
You don't have it all.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's that one. Any other questions, guys?
No. I
go ahead and submit it and see how we did.
Yeah. Save all. Submit. Have you guys ever gone to submit it and like your internet crashes and you lose everything?
No.
I had that happen once. It was terrible. So I always click save.
save your responses. I have to go back up and answer the first two questions.
Yeah. We got 100%.
Still.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice. That's confidence.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, thanks for your help getting the group together.
Yeah, not a problem. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so you guys will learn I work nights. And
Okay.
so I work 6 p.m. to like 6:30 a.m. And so I will literally probably be rolling out of bed every week. So if for whatever reason I'm not here right at 4, I will be soon. It just means I missed my first alarm and maybe my second. So I'll probably get up by my third.
That's all right.
But yeah, so other than that, will be good. I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast real quick, and then I'll send you guys a link. I think we